Hi, welcome to my channel, Imperfect Woman of God. I am imperfect, I am unworthy, I'm not a Muslim, I am not pro-black, okay? I'm not an Israelite, since I gotta throw that in there too, because apparently people think I'm an Israelite or something. No, okay? I'm just a woman of God. So today, I'm gonna talk about my point of views of marriage, because I'll be getting married soon, so this is my point of views in marriage. It's on a biblical standpoint, honestly, and it's on some real world standpoint, okay? This is like we out here in this world, you know, you got to be aware of what's going on out here. Learn from your experiences. Use that when you get married so that you and your children and your children's children don't have to sit here and be going through all this crazy, okay? Because it ain't even worth it, especially high school. Ooh, honey, ooh, my children go through that. I got them. I know it's crazy. I know. All that peer pressure is evil. It's wicked. Anyway, so have a list. Because, you know, I'm a list person. I like writing my list. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Put God first. That's going to be what it is. It ain't even no conversation about that. Like, so serious right now. This world is crazy. You need God or we screwed. Huh? The marriage ain't going to last. It's going downhill from there, you know. That's just my standpoint. Time management. That's common sense because this world is hectic. Everything is busy. Communication. You got to be able to talk to that person like they're your best friend and really talk to them about stuff and stop like shortcutting things. Oh, it was okay. My day at work was okay. Like, no, your work, explain what the heck is how you really feeling. Like, don't just be like, it's okay. When really you're stressed out, you know? Like, hey, I'm stressed out, you know? Honesty. That's my, you know, my fourth one, of course, is honesty. I'm an honest person. I've always been like that. I'm very straightforward. Most people will say I'm cutthroat. I'm not. I'm just honest. And I say what's on my mind most of the time, so it comes off like I'm being rude. But I'm not. I'm just coming from the heart here. It's all love, like all day, every day. That's why I talk to people like as if they my brother and sister, because that's how I would want them to talk to me when I'm doing something stupid. Like, anyway. Self-control. You always got to have self-control. Especially in a marriage, when it comes down to sex or fornication, you got to have that self-control. Just not put yourself in situations that ain't right. You know, if it don't feel right, if you get that gut feeling like, ooh, something bad gonna happen, or I feel uncomfortable, just leave. Be like, I gotta go. Hi, John, I gotta go. I thought we were gonna hang out. Oh, no, John, I gotta go home to my husband. You know, mind your business. And then sometimes it gets to a point where you feel as if that person that you're attracted to at your job is there every day. At some point, if you feel like you need to leave the job because it's too much temptation, you're going to have to leave. I'm sorry. You're not going to stay at that job and that person walking around their head butt naked or whatever they doing to entice you. Are you crazy? Temptation is crazy out here. We are human. Don't put yourself in that predicament. Not saying quit every job that you go to or you see somebody attractive. Just don't put yourself in that situation where you start to get attracted to that person because of you talking, or I guess, you know, stuff happens. Bad stuff will happen if you sit there and, I don't know how to explain it, communicate with somebody that you know that you're really attracted to. Like, just don't do that. It's like, have self-control. Just don't do that. Work is work for me. Work is work, always been for me. I go to work, that's it. I don't do no outside, oh, let's hang out, get drunk, and I don't even drink, so it's like, probably people ain't gonna want to hang out with me anyway. I mean, I don't drink, so I'm like a party pooper, I guess, in people's eyes. I don't party. Like, no, I'm chill. I'm just chill. So, marriage, what I've learned and my views, I learned to hold, you know, what I'm learning and what I see people do. You know, marriage comes with sacrifice. If you're not having any sacrifices in a marriage, then it's not a marriage, or it should be some sacrifices at some point, you know. Learn how to hold on to each other during, you know, bad times. A lot of people, bad things happen or something drastic happens in a marriage and they don't hold on to each other. They separate, you know, they become distant. They don't hold on to each other when they need each other the most. And I keep seeing that all the time, and it's sad. It's like, that's supposed to be your other half. Like, why you can't come to that person and let them know? And again, the reason why it's like that because of the communication. You know, they're not talking to each other. They're talking at each other, but not to each other. I've learned that also. Don't talk to someone. Don't talk at them. Talk to them. Be like, babe, this is hurting my feelings. Not, ugh, I'm bad. Like, what the? Ugh. Like, you were acting crazy, okay? Show mercy to one another. That's what I'm learning just in general. Just in marriage in general. Show mercy to one another because God does the same to us, okay? Pray for your husband or wife every day. Just pray for them. Me, pray for my husband, About children, children. Raise your kids with God by their side. Have morals and values so they don't be corrupted by their peers. Because peers are people that hang around them. They're friends. They can easily be corrupted by that, by the fact that they don't have God in their life. They don't have no morals and values. They just out here just winging it. And what's going to happen is they're going to get caught up. Because those people that are bad hanging around them, their way of thinking might start to become your way of thinking because you're thinking it's okay because you don't have no morals and values. You got to teach your children these things at a young age. What's right and wrong so that when they get older, they know it's wrong. Drinking, that's wrong. Smoking weed, that's wrong. Dressing half naked, that's wrong. Having sex, that's wrong. Your homeboys, this is for guys. Your homeboys sitting there pressuring you to have sex because they are like, oh, you ain't cool. You ain't nothing. You soft because you ain't out here having sex with all kind of women. That doesn't make you a man. Having sex does not make you a man. Raise your child to know that. So it's in their blood. They know. They come out the womb knowing. They should know. It shouldn't be no, they don't know. They should know these things. Teach your kids these things. It's real out here. Please teach them or the world is going to teach them. You don't want the world to teach your kids? Do you see how crazy this world is? Imagine how your children going to be. Pray for your family because the devil is going to try to destroy them. It is what it is. Always pray for your family because the devil is going to be coming all kind of ways. Okay, it's going to come with death. It's going to come with all kind of evil, wicked people. It's going to come with pedophiles. It's going to come with all kind of, you got to think realistically about this. I'm very aware. I'm not going to keep a blind eye to it. No. And the sad part, parents, you can protect your children. I've learned that also. As parents, you can protect your kids all you want, but the devil's still going to come for your babies. And the sad part, you're going to feel helpless because you feel like you can't protect your child. Because you're watching your child suffer in front of your face. And you can't do nothing about it except pray and raise your child to be strong. And when they do feel weak, when they feel physically and mentally weak, they run to God. You should want your child to be that type of person that runs to God and not people. I want my babies to be like that. I don't want my kids to run to people. I do not want that. I want them to run to God. I want them to see me doing that myself so that they can do that. Because kids do watch you. So if they see you running to people when something bad happened and not God, they going to do the same thing. It's in their DNA. They watching you. They like, well, mama, every time something bad happens, you go run to your friends or something. So I do the same thing. That's not going to get them nowhere. It's not. I'm sorry. It's really not. You run to God when you're going through something, not people. And I've learned that also. And I want to bring that into my marriage. And I'm sure the devil's mad like a mud. He going to tear our marriage up. Because you got two people coming together that's hot on fire for God. He ain't finna be okay with that. Two people that put God first. Oh no, he finna tore it down. He ain't gonna want me to have no kids. Oh, he ain't gonna be having no kids. Because he know my kids gonna be about that life. He don't want them kids on this earth, honey. These kids gonna be some fighters. You don't want kids coming out the womb fighting. I came out the womb from a fighter. She kept me even though she got raped. Like, come on now. He don't want that history. It's too late now. It's already done. The history's been done. It's gonna keep happening. Because that's in our bloodline. We are freaking fighters. And people in general, God made us all fighters. We're all resilient. We can handle things. But we choose not to. Some of us choose to be weak because that's the easy way out. To feel bad. You don't want to continue keep fighting. It feels so tiring to keep fighting. But you got to keep pushing forward. And that's what I've learned. What I feel like that should be in a marriage. Always push forward, Even though you feel weak, hold on to each other, pick each other up. Pray for one another. You're gonna see, I've learned that also. When you're married, you're gonna see the weakest points in your life. You're gonna see your husband being weak. You're gonna see yourself being weak. He's gonna see you being weak. And you gotta learn how to comfort each other during that weak time and not knock each other down when you weak. I keep seeing that too. Stop knocking each other down, people that are married, when that person is weak. Are you serious? You're supposed to lift that person up. And I know it feels draining because you got to hold that person up while they weak, but they going to have to do the same to you one day. Because life is crazy, man. And that's my point of view of marriage. That's just my point of view. So thank you for watching. And yes, I'll be getting married. Most likely it'll be in August. We're not having a wedding. Getting married at the courthouse. We're not having rings. You know, my mom wants me to buy a fancy dress. I don't want a fancy dress. I want a regular dress. It's not that serious, you know. We're just not those type of people that's consumed by material crap, you know. Because what holds a marriage is not money. What holds a marriage is God. And people just so irk me sometimes with that, you know. They too worried about how much the man making, you know. Oh, he making money. Okay, my man is working and he has his own career. That's good, but that's not the reason why I'm gonna marry him. Are you serious? That's not. Oh, that's on my list. He got money. Like, no. That's never been. Even when I was a sinner and when I was out here just sinning, just flat out, just being reckless, I wasn't about that money. Like, I never been like, oh, he got money. You know, I need to date him. I was looking for more than that, and I couldn't find that. So I stopped looking, and that's when I met him. And that's when, in the process of me becoming a better me, too. So yeah, marriage takes work, sacrifice. You're going to see each other when your lows and highs. You got to be able to hold each other down. You got to be able to pray for your husband. And also, a lot of women don't want to submit. You don't want to submit to your husband. I am. But also, God has made me a strong woman, and he embraces the fact that I am who I am. He's not the type of man that's going to hold me back. Like, no. There's no holding back. You hold on to each other. You hold each other. I mean, you become one. So the fact that I'm strong and he's strong, we both strong. So what you mean? Ain't nobody holding each other back. It's never going to be that. But I am going to submit to him, and I'm not going to sit here and be one of these women out here acting crazy like some women out here. You don't want to submit. You want to be about you. You know, you want to be selfish. And you cannot be selfish when you're married. I've learned that also. You cannot be selfish. It's not about you. You got to think about that person also more than yourself. And people hate to do that. They want to think about themselves all day. I have to get to the point where I have to think about him more than myself. He always calls and checks over on me all the time. And I do the same. You got to make sure you check up on each other. Make sure each other good. Like, make sure that person mind right. That person acting crazy, you good? Like, it's just me. That's my point of view of marriage. Due to the fact that I'm getting married. It's gonna get real. It's not all talk for me, honestly. It's never been all talk for me because I'm just not that all talk type of person. I become a better person. I even told my husband, my soon-to-be husband, because somebody said something about the way I dress. Oh, I dress old. The dude was like, oh, you look good, but you dress old. Like, because I have clothes on. Like, again, people are going to find you attractive even though you got clothes on. That was just a straight up letting me know guys still find me attractive with clothes on. They just confused as to why I dress the way I dress. They confused about that. It's confusing them. They're like, wait a second, you're cute. Why are you dressed like that? Because I don't belong to you. So don't worry about what I'm wearing. And that's just how I feel now as a woman that's about to be married. Like, stop worrying about what I'm doing over here. Because I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I'm very faithful. So I'm good. I'm chill. I've never been one of those people that be in a marriage and then, or be in a relationship and looking at somebody else. It's never been in my DNA to act like that. Because I'm a monogamous individual. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Have a blessed day. I'm hot. Oof. It's hot in Georgia, people, man. It is hot in Georgia. Oof. It's hot in Georgia. I think I'm just hot, period. Like, oof, I'm always sweating. Ugh. Explains why I'm so small all the time. That's a whole different conversation there. Have a blessed day.